Hi, I am Andrew Martinez. Please ignore this globe down here. I've been trying to fix it for a while now. But I'm here to talk to you about something that is affecting, well, many people in the USA and some parts of the world. What that is, well, affordable housing and the cost of living. Throughout the years, the prices have been really growing, especially with inflation that just recently hit. Now, what is affordable housing? Well, let me show you. Affordable housing is here. People are spending money on food. It's hard to do it. Clothing, car payments, and the house. Now, as you can see, the house takes up about 30% of all prices for the income the house is making. And that is only expected to go up throughout the years as they go on. Oh, that's so much better. As they go on. Now, let me show you how how this has increased over the years. Now, if you look over here, the black mark is the median household income, while the yellow is the cost of the house. Now, you can't quite see it right here, but it starts at 2012 and it goes all the way to 2020. See how drastically that increases? It goes from about between 200,000 all the way to 400,000. And this is in a short span of less than 10 years. And this is again only going to grow as we go. Now, for this one, that's pretty cool. We have from 1960 all the way to 2015. Again, I know it's hard to see, so I'm telling you. And we have the little red line right here. It's the median wages. That is how much a household income can make, right? And then the black one is the percentage cost burdens, everything else that could happen, insurance, bills, and whatnot. And then for the orange, we have the median rent. Now, please notice how the rent is drastically higher than the wages that people are making. People cannot afford this, and no one is talking about it. Very few people are actually discussing wages right now. And we have the privilege of living in California, which is one of the most expensive states out there. For not a lot of land, too. And pretty soon, if we keep going, we will all be out of a home. It's troubling, but possible solutions, we gotta find one as we go. It's a difficult subject to talk about, but many of us are and may be affected in the future. It's just how it is. It's a sad reality.
Oh, I wanted to add on a few more things. So as you can see, I have Zillow open. For a 2,500, as you can see right here, 25. This is downtown San Bernardino. So you can see right here, $2,500 a month for 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 864 square foot for apartment. And look, I don't know if you can see, but there it is. This one right here, absolutely ridiculous. And this is in downtown San Bernardino, and that's to show you how expensive it is to live, especially in an area where it's supposed to be super bad. And here's another example. You're not even getting much square footage. $2,500 a month for 996 square foot home with 2 beds and 1 bathroom. That's what you're getting for $2,500 a month. For, again, $2,500 for 3 bedroom, 2 bath, and barely 1,900 square feet. That is absolutely ridiculous. This is what's gonna lead people into homelessness, because with our generation, we can't afford anything. The prices to live is outrageous. The interest rates to buy a home is absolutely out of control. I think the interest rate is about 25%, which is absolutely insane, which means it's even harder to get a home. It's even harder to get a home, especially with the interest rates going up. The home could be $400,000, $400,000. $350. It could be it could be $1,000, it could be $117,000. Like, it could be a reasonably priced home. As you can see right here, it's in San Bernardino, a nice part of San Bernardino. $350,000, but with the interest rate, it's going to go up. It's absolutely insane, absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous. You can't afford anything, and it's going to get worse and worse and worse.
Hi, my name is Gage, and as my friends just said, the prices for housing and rent are ridiculous right now, and it's a serious problem. But what's causing this problem? Well, it's very complex, and there are many fingers being pointed around right now. But at its core, it's an issue of supply and demand. There's not enough supply of housing to satisfy the demand, and thus, the prices are hiked up in order to adjust for this. The lack of housing is caused by shortages in available land, labor, materials, and funds towards housing projects. This gap between the supply of houses and the demand for houses seems to grow every year, with the amount of people moving into the Inland Empire outweighing the amount of housing units being made every year. Since the demand for housing in our area does not look like it will dwindle anytime soon, the only solution to our problem is to create more housing units. There are few proposed ways for us to help in this situation, given the limitations we have. The first is to convert some of the commercial land in our cities into land used for housing units. The Inland Empire have seen warehouses increase at a rate of 5 times as fast as the population in recent years. And that land used for the warehouses arguably could have been used for more housing units. Some city planners also want to maximize the space that we do have in our cities by building housing units that have more housing units per square foot, such as high-rise apartment buildings. And of course, all this will require a lot of construction labor and materials in order to succeed on these projects. So our city needs to put an emphasis on that in order to succeed. Now, Daniel will get you the conclusion.
In conclusions, our problem is Inland Empire affordable housing crisis. Our problem has not only affected our community, but all of the state. As we've gone over, one of our first solutions is that we need to convert our commercial land into more homes so that we can prevent homelessness and also create more affordable homes, because there will be more out there, more opportunities. Second solution will be easing on our environmental laws to allow more homes to be built. But our solutions require action from our local communities and state. But that this will prevent a lot of homelessness. It'll help with affordable housing. It'll create more apartment buildings for us to prevent poverty and stuff like that in our community. This affects hundreds of thousands of people in our community, which are driven to homelessness and under freeways and poverty and stuff like that. And if our generation wants to live the amazing American dream of owning our property, we need to take action as soon as we possibly can.